Hello, this is Ria, and welcome to Fearless Insurance by Ria. So, in my other videos, I've been talking about pretty much the basics of getting life insurance, the reason why people, at least half of all Americans do not have life insurance, and that's over 160 million people have families not protected, and to go on with life behaving as if the inevitable, which will happen to all of us, won't happen. And it's gotten me to thinking about what is it that caused people to go from day to day acting as if we're not all going to eventually pass away. And I know it is an uncomfortable conversation to have. But when you think about your children and when you think about your properties that you have, even if it's your home, your cars, when you just stop for a moment and think about those things, it is really important to realize that, you don't want your family to be unprotected when you are not able to protect them anymore. It's important to stop and think. Stop and think before you buy a new house or buy a new purchase. Stop and think before you go on that trip. Stop and think and act is actually what you should do. And I've seen, unfortunately, as a licensed agent here in Georgia, I've seen circumstances where people have not been protected and they did not protect their families. And the sadness and and I'm not talking about the sadness of the death. I'm talking about the sadness of the circumstances that happen to people when they do not take the time to get a small policy out to prepare for circumstances. And this casual conversation today, I thought I'd get away from my desk and just do some thinking about, what will it take for those millions of people to stop and say, let me get a policy for $20 or $30 a month, or even $50 a month. Let me talk to mom and let me talk to auntie or Uncle Joe about getting a policy, because the sadness and the disruptiveness that happens in the family is not even necessary. It doesn't have to happen. You can have this one conversation with your agent, get it all prepared and get it over with, and it never have to be, you just never have to talk about it again. I totally understand the hesitancy of it. It's like preparing, but it's not really like preparing for death, because if you think about it, when you take an umbrella with you, you're just taking the umbrella just in case it rains. You're not taking the umbrella because it absolutely is going to rain. But that analogy probably is not even a good analogy, because when you think about it, one day it will rain. So it is important to have an umbrella. That actually is the analogy. One day it will rain. So it's good to always have an umbrella in the back of your car, or if you take the bus or train, to have a small umbrella. It's just the wisest thing to do. And if we do it for something as small as raining, what should we then think about doing for something as big as the inevitable that will, in the end, happen to all of us and our families? So this is my little side. If I was in Brooklyn, New York, sitting on the porch, it would be my little porch talk, my little porch chat. But I'm in the South, actually, and anything can happen at any time. Down here we have tons of accidents and people get sick out of nowhere, and I'm just a kind voice, just yelling quietly and whispering in the wilderness, saying, get ready, get yourself ready, get your family ready, be prepared for your life insurance time. I guess the best way to say it. Try to say it in a way so as not to scare viewers away, but be prepared. It is such a freeing feeling to know that that's in place, and know that when I'm no longer here, my daughter's going to be okay. My family's going to be okay. I don't even have to think about it. I can sleep at night. And I don't have to think about it, because it comes out of my bank account once a month, and it's easy to get, and anyone can get whatever amount that is, for them to afford. So this is Fearless Insurance by Ria. Getting insurance, life insurance, health insurance, getting whatever insurance you need without any fear involved. You have a wonderful evening, and write in the comments if you have any ideas that you would like for me to talk about. And I do give free quotes. That if you request it, I give you free quotes. And so I just wanted to have a little chit chat this afternoon, and I hope you all have a wonderful, safe, and healthy day. Fearless Insurance by Ria.